Let's design a Halloween shaker cake topper. So for this tutorial, we will be making it from scratch. We will go through creating the design on Design Space using images that you can find on Design Space, which are free to you if you are subscribed to Cricut Access. And then I will do an assembly video once we've designed it. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my images. I have an idea of what I want to create, but not a full idea. So we will do it together in in this video. So I'm going to look for an arc shaper. So I want these two shapes right beside each other. Okay, and then I want to go to. I'm just going to filter it down to purchased. So which are my designs. I want a spider web. I'm just going to put all the elements and then we can create it together. So I'm going to put a spider web and then I'm going to look for a haunted house. Um, Let me remove the filter. Okay, so we've got a haunted house and then I want a ghost. Might get a couple because I'm not quite sure which one I want. Okay, what else do I want? The word boo. There's one that is on my profile that I can use. So I'm just going to go to my profile and quickly get that. Add to canvas. So this whole design will be on my Design Space profile. You probably wouldn't need to design it from scratch, but this will just give you an idea if you want to make your own of how I go through the design process. So you can see the colors are all over the place. Everything is all over the place. I don't know where I'm going to put one or the other. So we can do it together. I'm just going to delete this haunted house because we already have that one. Oh, and I want a banner as well. So I'm going to go ahead and look for a banner. So obviously the colors are a bit all over the place, but we will sort it out in a minute. I'm just going to select everything, move it to the middle of my canvas. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is the two arches, which are kind of like the base of the cake topper. I'm not gonna make them both shakers. Just this one is gonna be a shaker, the full arch. This one is just gonna be like a plain one. So I'm just gonna ungroup it and then delete what I don't need, um, and just have the one. And then I'm just gonna make sure it's the same height as the other one. So I'm gonna select both and align that to the bottom so that they're both at the bottom, but you can see that they're not the same height. So I'm just going to unlock this, check what the height of this is, which is 6, and then I'm just going to make this 6. Okay, so I'm going to select both of them again, align and make them the same height. Okay, and I'm just going to group them for now while I work on the other designs. Okay, we will go back and change the colors in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on this arrange center back so that everything will come on top of it. I want my boo to come on top here. Okay, and then I want my banner to go on top of both of them. So the boo needs to come up so we can see all the words. Okay, and then I want my spider web to sit somewhere here, but at the back. So kind of like a big spider web to kind of encompass the whole thing. So you can still see the web, but you can see your boo, you can see your arch, semi-arch, okay? And then I want one of my ghosts to go on top of the web, okay? And then I want my haunted house to sit in the middle of this, of the design. And then it's kind of covering the boo a little bit. So I might move the boo out here and then move the ghosts out here. Okay. And then I'm just going to ungroup this haunted house and rearrange the bats. So there might be, maybe there'll be a bat here, another one here, another one here. And I might duplicate it and pop it in a few other places as well. Okay. And then I might just place my other ghost here somewhere or here. Arrange, bring to front. I'm just going to rotate it slightly. So for this design, obviously you can do whatever you want in terms of whatever text that you want. If it's for a birthday, you can say happy boo day, for example, for a birthday, or the name of the person, and then you can put the age on the spider web, you know, whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to write happy Halloween just for the sake of this tutorial. The other thing is I'm just rotating this a little bit just to make it a bit better. That's it. Yeah, I might put a witch's hat just somewhere here as well because it's looking a bit plain. So let me go back to my images and type witch's hat. So there's a few, so I'm just gonna pick one that I like. I'm just gonna pick this one. Okay, let me hide this. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit, make it a bit bigger, and then just pop it here. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not sure what else I can put, but obviously feel free to put whatever you want, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and lay out all of them to make them look a bit more three-dimensional. And then I'm going to um, change the colors to Halloween theme. So I kind of want like a pink slash purple slash black Halloween type cake topper. So um, let's see what that will come up with. So first of all, I'm gonna go to my spider web and I'm gonna create an offset. I might make it 0.06. Apply that, apply again, and then change the color to an orange color. And then I will go to my witch's hat, create an offset, apply, and I will make that orange. I might make that purple actually, or pink. No, let me go to my colors. Now with this hat, I want to change the color of it as well, of this from green. So I'm going to change that to orange. Okay. And just pop that on there. I might still change the colors in a minute. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm going to create another offset. And then I'm going to make that white because I like my images to be nice and layered. And the same with my spider web. I'm going to create another offset. Let me just bring center back and then offset, apply, and I'm going to make that white as well. Okay, so we have multiple layers for it. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my ghost and do exactly the same. 3 offsets and make it white. I'm going to select all of it and group it and then pop it back on there. And then do the same with my boo. Offsets, apply, and another one white. Okay, I'll select everything and then I'll group it. Okay, so now the same with my haunted house. Create an offset again, and I might make that gold. And another one, and make that white. And group it and pop it back. Grab my other ghost. I reduce this to 0.04 just because it's a smaller object. And then another offset and make that white. Select all and group it. Okay, so I'm going to grab all my bats and then offsets, and then I will, now because I've selected multiple images, I don't want it to weld the offsets, right? So I'm going to untick this weld offset so that it offsets it individually. Okay, so let me change that to gold as well, and then do another one and make it white. Okay, so let me group them individually. And then finally, I'm going to work on our arch. And I'm going to start building the colors. So first thing I'm going to do is just ungroup it. And then I will do an offset for this as well and apply that. And then I'm going to ungroup this so I can change the colors. So you can see all the layers from the back layer to the front layer. Okay, so let's start with the back layer, and I think we can make it what color? pink, light pink. Yeah, light pink. Perfect. And then this can be, I'm just going to select both and then I'm going to align it to the center. Um, okay. And that can be black maybe. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, let's make that black. This, instead of this blue, it will be black. Or should we do it the other way around? Let's make this pink and that black. That's it. That's better. Okay. So, second layer of the shaker, you could either use paper, or if you want to use print and cut to make it more exciting, we can go, instead of basic cut, select print and cut. Select the color, and then where it says color, change it to pattern, and then you can try and find the pattern that you can use. So there's tons and tons of pattern, and you can also upload your own. If you have a Halloween one that you want to use, you can use it. If you have a colored one that you want to use, that you can use it. You know, there's many ideas that you can use. Just for the purpose of this tutorial, just to save time, I'm just going to pick one of the patterns and we can always go back and amend it. Okay, so we have a pattern. And then the next element of the shaker is the acetate, which you cut out on your acetate sheet. And then we have one base layer, top layer, which I'm going to change to black. And then the next one, which I'm going to change to orange. And then the next one, which I'm going to make pink, but maybe like a different shade of pink. No, it doesn't work. Actually, this one does. So I might change that, change that away from orange. So I might make this orange and then this black, black. Okay, and then this pink, like a different shade of pink, or even that shade. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to select all of this, align it to the center. Okay, and then select both. Actually, I might move this to, oh, select both of these, align to the center, and then group it. And I might move this to the back a little bit so that it's kind of overlapping just a tiny bit. And then select both, align again. I use the align button a lot. Align to the bottom. Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to group this first and then select both, align to the bottom, and then group. Okay, the shaker is done. So before we build all of it, I'm just going to change all the colors. Um, so let me ungroup this and make this black again and change this to the shade of pink that we already used. maybe the lighter one, I reckon. And then select both of them, align it to the center, and then group it. And then I might create an offset. And I will change the offset to an orange color. Select all and group it again. I'm just going to make it slightly narrower. Okay. Right. So let's build all of this together. Okay. Before we do that, let me just group everything that needs grouping. So align, center, group. I think I need to change the color of this. I might make it gold. Okay, select all if I can. Align, center, and group. So that's grouped. That's grouped. Everything else is grouped. Okay, let's put it together. So this spider web, it's quite big actually. I might make it a bit smaller. And then I'll send it to the back. Okay. And the house, arrange send to the front. The house will go in front. I'll just pop it here. And then the banner goes on top of that, but in front of the house. I might change the color of the house, the haunted house. So instead of gold, I will make it orange. Let's see if that works. I think that works better. I'll also see if I can use glitter gold cards, glitter black cardstock to cut all of this to make it a bit more glittery, you know. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Boo goes to the front. Okay. And then let's place our I might group all of this center back group, and then that way everything else will come to the front automatically. No, you have to send to the back first. That's it. And finally, this ghost comes here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select all of them and then group it together. If you want to write a text like Happy Halloween, you can just write it, go ahead and write it on the banner. Let's do that now, and then we'll do a backing offset. So Happy Halloween. Let's see if we can get a nice font on Design Space. So let me see if I can, if I type Halloween, I wonder if anything will come up. Oh, quite a few. Brilliant. There you go. So let's go with BFC Gold Town. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, we might have to do it in 2 lines. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced and then ungroup the lines. Okay, so I can move them around. I'm going to select both um, and then align it to the center. Oops, not that one. That's it, center horizontally. And then I'm just going to go ahead and create an offset, maybe 0.02. Okay, so I'm going to delete the original one and just use the offset. Oh, that came to pieces because I didn't select weld offset. So I should have selected weld offset. So I'm just going to combine and weld. Okay, so that's that one done. So that's the first one. So I might just make um, a few offsets. I'm going to change this text to pink, and then I'm going to create an offset, and it will be a bit more, maybe 0.04 black, and then I'm going to create another offset, maybe 0.06, and I might make that orange, and then I'll create another offset and I might make that white. Okay, select everything and group them together, and then resize it. Actually, I might change the color around a bit, so let me just use this instead of ungrouping it. So the first one, instead of pink, I might make it black, and then the second one I will make it pink. Okay, I think that works better. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to reduce this a bit. So I'm going to select all of them and group it together. And then I'm going to create an offset at the back, which will be like the backing layer, and I'm going to cut that out with acetate. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a massive offset. 0.05, 0.06 should be fine. Apply that. Actually, yeah, I might delete it and do it again. This is because I hadn't ticked weld offset, so it's done the offset individually, which is not what I want. So I will tick weld offset again and then do it again. Okay, let's apply that, and then I'll change the color to the acetate color that we already have on them, and select everything and group it again. Okay, that's it. It's giving me warning, I think, because it's saying it's too big. So I've resized it, but that's because we're at 75% magnification. So if I go to 100, it's quite a big file. So I've resized it to 6 inches high. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out on my Cricut Joy Extra, and I will see you in the assembly video.